She walks in loud like a thunderstorm, debunking myths with style and form. True crime, conspiracies her game. Melissa Jade, remember her name. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Microphone fierce like a roaring lion, unveiling secrets people been hiding. True crime queen of the digital scene, Melissa's got you hooked on her screen. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. From murders to cover-ups, nothing misses. Melissa's here to share her guesses. She's got theories big and bold, no stone unturned, no case cold. She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame. 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 She's loud, feisty, spilling tea, diving deep into mystery, breaking down your wildest claims. Melissa Jade, she's got no shame.
Hello, everybody. Happy Members Only Monday. Hi, Sue, Midnight Lace, Caleb, Natasha. Okay. We have KV, Sue, Cicely, Gidget, which happy second St. Patty's Day to you, Gidget, if you thought yesterday was it. Hi, Justin, Alicia, Homer, Cosmo D, Rippin' and Runnin', Nancy, Name Change, Tilson House of Crazy, Carolyn Coops, Michelle, Betsy, Jessica. Hi, Jessica. Let's see. Tivi, Marie Joey, Patty. Welcome. Thank you. Let me see. Stacy Lynn for becoming a member and Skylab for becoming a member. We're happy to have you here with us. Happy Members Only Monday. Hi, Harlot. Oh, crap. I'll send you something for Idaho that I had just sent Shay and I forgot to send it. Hi, Kimmy. Hi, Ari's Fun. Proud grandma of 2. How are you? Hi, Solo Angel. C. Carter, is it Tuesday yet? Turtle Dove, Midnight Lace. Everyone, welcome. Hi, Bogart. Skadoosh. Amanda. Okay. Hi, Miss Nat Pitt. Hope. Good to see you. So, our missing child for tonight's live stream is Camila Alexandra Silver Villagran. She has been missing since July 19th, 2021 from Rahway, New Jersey. She is 8 years old. There's an associated child, and it says Christian and Camila were last seen on July 19th, 2021, and they may be in the company of their mother. So here is our associated child, which is Christian Estuardo Silva Villagran, again, missing since July 19th, 2021. Hold on. So he is 14 years old. So if you or anyone who knows information on his whereabouts, please contact the Union County Sheriff's Office at 1-213-219-8840. I know, they're sweet. The custodial interference stuff is it sucks, man. It really sucks. Hi, Lady F&T. Mom. Members only Monday. Hi, Jamie. All right. So, hi, Harley. We have, hi, PB&J. Ooh, and I bought stuff for PB&J after I saw your name in my chat last night. Which I'm sure you get that often, but after I saw you in chat last night, you got me Craven a peanut butter and jelly. And so I got the stuff for peanut butter and jelly. Hi, Julia. Hi, Samantha. All right. So we're going to go over some stuff today. I know that we were supposed to do the emails last night. So we're pushing that to tomorrow. But I wanted to go over kind of the stuff we're going to go over the stuff that is going on. No, I'm not. I'm a grape jelly type of girl. I mean, I guess there's nothing wrong with strawberry. I grew up on grape. So yeah, name changed. Hi, Victoria. So I like it on plain white bread. Three things we're going to kind of go over. One, KV had sent me messages between her and Wade Wilson's jailmate, Daniel. So we're going to kind of take a look through those. I know that she was on kits not that long ago, and I think went over them. Then I want to talk about the relationship status between Wade and Jesse and kind of take a look at what YouTube Streets put out. Give my thoughts. I haven't looked at it yet because obviously I like to give raw reactions. And then we could go over an interview while going through some photos. So I did my best to put these in order. Whenever anybody emails screenshots, and there's a lot of screenshots, especially if they're text, they usually come out completely out of order, and it's hard to put them together a lot of the times. So I did my best, and we're going to have to kind of just go with it. Okay? This is when you guys say, yeah, that's fine, Melissa. Okay. You know what? If you take 2 waffles, toast them, and then slab on some peanut butter and jelly, you know, if you're kinky like that, if you like that. Hi, Mallory. So, Daniel we heard him mentioned in the Union. It's good, right, Patty? We heard him mentioned in the Union grievance reports and incident reports that Kit was putting out. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Tivi. And so she had reached out to him and she said, hello, was hoping we could talk. She explained that she followed true crime online, and your case recently came up in a podcast on YouTube because of a rumor about Wade Wilson being afraid of you. You remember, he's the one that Wade was like, you know, the whole Facebook group was going crazy. We need to protect Wade because the murderers are trying to murder Wade, remember? So that's Daniel. And she wrote, I was hoping we could have a candid conversation about him on the phone. I'm not a fan or an ex-girlfriend of his. I'm very much on the side of the victims in his case. I've never written a total stranger in prison like this, but I have written to people I know that are locked up in a different state. I would love to send a list of questions from the online community if that is something you're interested in or open to. As well, if there's anything of your own that you might want to say to people that are curious about your life on death row or about yourself personally. I'm not familiar with where you're at in your appeal process and whether you'd even want to discuss your life. I can say that Wade Wilson's case has a huge following internationally, and I hope we can discuss the reality of who he is in there versus a fictional fantasy version he has betrayed through his team on social media. Feel free to call me either way to feel the situation out for yourself. I'm not big on writing, but great with phone calls. I am opposite, by the way. Not that anyone is asking. I'm just saying. I'm opposite. I'm great via text and awkward as hell on calls unless I'm really comfortable with you. Let me see. Feel free to call. I'm not big. Okay. Maybe we can discuss it on the phone at length on an initial call with questions gathered later for a follow-up call if you agree. I just received a message from you on Securus and I drafted the above text. Okay. Oh, your video interview about Wilson was also posted on TikTok. It had your name and DOC number. So then, I think I did it. Okay. So he responds, hello. And that's my Daniel voice. Hello. Thanks for adding yourself. How did you come to find me? I've not received word from you yet, but my curiosity has gotten the best of me. My time is basically staring at a wall. I'm on heightened security, which Wade is also on. At present, and I'm not allowed property except my tablet with just the email capability activated. So any time spent away from here, hearing about normal stuff actually would be amazing. I always look forward to friends, but none seem to stay too long. And anyone who doesn't have 2 minutes a day to let me know they're okay or talk to me isn't worth the stamps. So that's me right now. Can I see who I'm talking to? Blah. Yes, Winter Sky. And for anybody who doesn't know, because I saw someone trying also on Patreon, my email contact information is in the description of every live. So if you just go in the description of this live or any live or video, my email's right there. And thank you so much, Harlot. No, it's not usually running across the screen. I actually usually don't have anything running across the screen. This is just a member only Monday thingy though, but I don't usually do it. So I added him on Securus, and then the next morning he sent me this email that you're reading now before I got a chance to send him my email. Oh, okay. See, I told you they'd probably be out of order, but I think we're going to get the gist. Okay. So he's like, for sure. Anything I can do to let the scum's true personality show through, so at least some of these fangirls can understand the mistake they're making in thinking this guy is anything but a dirtball. I'll be happy to help with. Unfortunately, I'm now on heightened security, which means no phone. I'm currently on solitary DC until May. Anything I can answer either by letter or by email, I'd be glad to do. In all honesty, I've been trying to separate myself from the others on the row because they, for the most part, are pieces of anyone who harms women, children, has a sex crime of any kind, hurts innocent people, etc., has no part in my belief system, no place in my heart, and no place in what I consider society. This had made me unpopular among inmates and even their fans, but my life is not based off what others think is right, only what I do. It amazes me how little people actually ask of such things. No facts, no reality, social media frenzy, sad really. But I'm here, ain't going nowhere, ask away. Okay, hi Jessmore. So then she sends the list of messages, okay? I sent a pic, but you know the process takes a bit. Besides your crimes, you sound like my kind of person. I have a strong sense of right and wrong. Any idea why you're on heightened security? Are you aware that Wade filed a complaint against you? Oh, sorry. Trying to get him in trouble, KB? Because if they didn't know, that's going to be an issue. Are you aware that Wade filed a complaint against you and a guy named Peter, stating he's in fear for his life from you? 2. Could that be part of the reason? Have you had any conversation or interaction with Wade Wilson? Please describe what you can that won't put you in trouble. Hey, ABS or ASB, sorry. How do the other inmates view Wade Wilson? Welcome, Ash Bish. Thanks for becoming a member. How do the COs respond to Wade Wilson? Does Wade Wilson walk around like he's a big deal, or does he carry himself like a scared bitch? Are they aware he is bisexual and has had 2 DRs written in Lee County for sexual assault against 2 different cellies? Does Wade still abuse substances in there? Who else in there dislikes Wade Wilson? Does he act normal or seem mentally off? Hi, not the mama. Fa. He seems to have had many fiancés. Any idea who the current one is? And have you heard him mention a Jessie? There's a lot of scamming going around previously involving her and others. Curious who's still involved. They submitted an application for marriage, but it was denied in October. Now rumors are spread that he dumped her, but many think it's so he will appear single again to get more money donated. They raised over $100,000 before. Has he bragged about his crimes in there that you are aware of? Has he threatened to harm himself or others? His phone calls while in Lee County were made public, along with his emails on a YouTube channel. The sex calls everyone has heard online are truly disturbing. BDSM type with threats to harm the female. The most vile stuff imaginable. I'm sure your replies will raise more questions, so I'll wait to hear back. And thank you, Kimberly. Okay, I think this is the next one. Again, bear with me. I know, right? So, he says, well, first, I'm pretty sure most of the assholes in here could care less, as most of them have similar crimes. As far as threats go, no. I have never, and PETA has never threatened this pussy. Stated facts. Put information out, spoken of or about for sure. But what kind of jackass would threaten someone publicly? Stated facts, put information out, spoken of or about for sure. But like, I didn't just outright publicly threaten his life. Interesting. This is just his way of using a janky system to further his using of stupid people. He has mentioned to the few that speak to him that if one wants fans, all they have to do is have a sex crime. That alone should tell you who he is. Okay. Okay. As far as he goes, he doesn't speak to anyone but the guards now. Occasionally he tries to speak to others, but he is blown off. The guards are two-faced about it. Some claim indifference, others claim disdain, but they all cater to schmiles and schmapist anyway. So they do the same for him. Dude's nothing but a junkie, schmapper, and a coward. He's afraid of everything and everyone. Brags about using people for money. The homosexual part isn't new information. I had a brother in his county tell me of his actions, and he's been caught here gunning a male CO here. What's that mean? What's gunning a male CO? Oh, do I want to know? Actually, hold on. I feel like I need chapstick for this. What's gunning a male CO? Oh. Well, there was an incident report about that too. Okay. Well, Remy, I was wrong already because I didn't think about, I was thinking like, you know what? I don't need a soundboard. We know that he's done that. Does it shoot? Like, does his... Okay, I don't need to know. The Jesse chick, you talking about the, not gonna say that word, with his name tattooed down her left arm? Sir, there's a lot of those, just saying. You can't identify them by a tattoo, but okay. He has signed his power of attorney over to her, but he still speaks to random fangirls daily. Yeah, we knew that. Natasha, does it shoot or does it toot? Question of the day. Put your thoughts down in the chat below. Dude has no scruples. What's that? Oh God, I feel stupid, man. What's that? Dude has no scruples, like he's not in a committed relationship. Or, hi Lisa. Feeling pretty out of my element here. Dude has no scruples. Morals, okay. He has the shittiest pick and poke tattoos on his face that I've ever seen. He false claims things he can't be a part of, and he is running. Not because of any specific threat, simply because he knows who he is and what he's done. But this whole threat shit is him trying to get transferred to another state, which is comical, because if he goes to another state, their death rows are way swifter than ours, which I'm assuming is stricter, not swifter. And Florida is soft as F when compared to other states. So I think he'll find no matter where he goes, he will be persona non grata. I'm not even going to bother to ask because I'm pretty embarrassed at this point that I have to ask what everything means, but he will be persona non grata. But till then, he is on PC, checked in, as cowards do, and lying to all the hard-up chicks out there with no self-esteem. But be aware that the schmeckschaffenders are who get all the fans, letters, monies, visitors, not etc. So you know it's serious when the C is dropped, okay? I'm actually considered the bad guy for hating these people and those who support him. Psh, go figure. Schmape and schmurder children and women. Get friends. Kill those who schmape and schmurder children and women, and everyone hates you. I started knocking effers like this off when I was 18, and I'm proud of them all. Okay. I've been hugged and thanked for what I've done. It wasn't wrong. It was just illegal. Felt a little weird. I understand what he's saying, though. It's not morally wrong. It's just illegal. Plenty more to that backstory, but back to your initial questions. Guy is a schmapist. Dude schmurdered women. Brags about it, but hides from men. I believe that. Stands for nothing, believes in nothing but himself, and even then he is insecure. He has no intelligence whatsoever. Sounds like a not saying it, and he has the EQ of an acorn. Sorry. Is EQ the same as IQ? Asking for a friend. Not welcome. Thank you, allegedly, Annie. He's someone who's, hi Shay, he's someone, Maria Joey, who is at union with Wade, and Wade was saying they're trying to kill him. Emotional intelligence. Okay, thank you. See, I just learned like 44 new things just today alone. So, he has the emotional. Well, no, it's not EI. Okay, emotional intelligence. Well, okay, IQ, EQ. All right. EQ of an acorn. Nothing resembling honor, integrity, or belief system. Just use. F that guy. So, he said, that's cool. I just hate helping him get fans, but I'm okay with whatever. My words are the same no matter who I'm speaking to. And again, I might be missing like one of her messages here. Like it might be out of order, but we'll get the point. I came to prison for capped first with a life sentence. I made it 11 months on the compound. Then I caught my death penalty sentence in 2015. From that point, I've been heightened security, no contact, etc. Even when I got sentenced to death, I was put behind a solid door. And in fact, when everyone transferred over to UCI from FSP, they made 4 of us wait 3 extra months by ourselves before they let us come over so they could build the first 5 cells to heighten security standards. It wasn't until February 2023 that I was released into Gen Pop and had contact visits. No issues for 2 years. Then this Wade Wilson gets here. He starts acting stupid. All of a sudden, I'm set up and back on heightened security. The same time, he files all this ish. It's nothing new. The corrupt leading the corrupt. As far as the death penalty goes, I get that there are... Well, which one was I on? Hold on. Okay. The corrupt leading the corrupt. As far as the death penalty goes, I get there are a bunch of bleeding hearts out there, pro-life, whatever. I'm a believer in capital punishment, or I'd not have killed anyone in the first place. Some of these dirtbags sit here for 30 years, eating canteen, joking, laughing, falling in love, spending money, costing taxpayers $1 million each year. That's not justice. Breaking necks, burning trash, going about life without worries. That's justice. Yeah, it sucks actually caring about things and having a code. The people I'm surrounded by have none and only care about acting like they are all good, having fun. It's mind-numbing. Like I said, I actually get ish for not wanting to socialize with any of them. In my opinion, I deal with Pete, Avsnu, Barry, Robert, and 2 others. One we call Cousin Tom. Not sure if he wants his name mentioned, and another. The rest, and I say this with all sincerity, aren't worth a stream of piss washing off a shit-covered boot. I'm all for second chances and saving lives as long as they deserve it. Education, skills, work, try, etc. Y'all get these dudes brag about their ish while all their lawyers use the same excuse for all of them. Yes, ish happens. Childhoods are ruined. None of that. Not race, not raising, not money, not foster care, not abuse, not schmape. Nothing makes anyone do anything, especially sex crimes. Everything is a choice. If the excuse is it isn't a choice, then that's even more reason to kill him. No self-control. I'm just sick of the excuses. You can't make a straight guy gay. You can't make a gay guy straight. You can't make anyone be a schmeta schmile. This ish is wired, and it doesn't need a trigger. And that is why we need to stand up for ourselves, our children, our women, and not ask the permission from a government founded by all of those things, protecting all of those things. I'm not mad at anyone for making money, get rich, but no matter how rich or poor, the lawyer quality should be the same. No favors, no trades, no lies. We told the cops, we told DCF, we told the neighbors. No one stopped them. No one helped us until my adopted mama used money to save me. If she had been poor, I'd have died. I'm sure of it. But she circumvented the system to do what she knew to be right, not because of a book or a law or social pressure, but because she knew in her heart it was what she had to do, and I did the same, though mine were a little more frowned upon. LOL. Okay. Remy, KV in the chat. They're writing to KV in the chat. He's on death row with Wade Wilson. Wade Wilson tried to claim him, and another one is trying to kill him. Honestly, I prefer someone straight up than a whiny-ass little lying bitch like Wade Wilson. Okay. By the way, my crimes are not enjoyed or done for any reason other than necessity. I've never harmed an innocent person in my life. I don't tolerate those that do. Justice has nothing to do with legality, and right and wrong have nothing to do with legal or illegal. I could agree to a point. Regardless of how I am viewed to those that know me, I am, I will be a protector. I am who people should have been for us. Yes, Remy, rather be stunned at the truth than comforted by a lie. I love that. He says, all right, so they took Wade's tablet because he violated the terms. They took his phone because he made 30 calls. They are taking it easy because he has food. That to me is too much. This bad boy can't go 2 days without doing or saying something stupid because of being junked out. And he isn't claiming UF anymore. Has made quite clear that he is covered up and has zero association, at least since I've met him. So the affiliation, the unfaithful, remember? Oh, yeah, sorry. Unforgiven, not unfaithful. I'm thinking of the fucking Diane Richard Gere movie over here. That's a good movie, by the way. Unfaithful. Unforgiven. Thank you. Unforgiven. So she says, was it the jail phone or burner phone? What's the issue with 30 calls? Junked out still? From the orderly that the DR was written on, I hate drugs. He says, no, nothing like that. Just the phone that he would have been allowed to use had he followed the rules. 1 call, 30 minutes for those not on DC. He was on DC. Talked someone into handing him the phone. Yep, that's exactly what he did. Kept it for hours and made all kinds of calls to stir ish up with everyone writing about him on social media. Nothing huge, no scandal, just him being stupid. There you go. As far as anything that is being said, exaggeration, lie, or half-truth, no one is giving dude a hard time. It's all him to himself. Everything. Y'all, don't waste your time with that dude. Party, live life, protect people, help people. So he says he wants to go by Jake. Why did he say he wanted to go by Jake, KV? He says, hopefully, well, no. You said, KV said, hopefully a few women will wise up after the live on Monday. His login photos from tablets at Lee County that were released, over 3,000, were pretty horrible, and those have been shown. The report Wade Wilson filed saying he was in fear for his life from you and Peter have been shown publicly. Images where he pissed all over his cell, all his emails shown. But somehow, women are just too stupid and sick in the head even after the trial. Many believe he is innocent. It's truly disturbing. Some are even married. Many have kids. They all believe he has a 10-inch diak, as if that's any valid redeeming factor. It's just sad and gross that women fall for men like him. I find him repulsive, teeth jacked up, has STDs, no true intelligence, no conscience or soul. I'm just interested in the psychology behind what drives taking innocent lives and what drives these women to want to engage with him at all. I'm looking forward to covering new cases soon. Hope you have a good night, Kay. Jacobs, thank you. Okay. Okay, this is when she was saying, it's my understanding that the tablet and phone privileges are gone until end of June. How is he communicating on a daily with fangirls? He actually bragged about killing those 2 women to people in there. He seems to have gotten a lot of DRs in there. How are COs going easy on him? Can you explain more? We got all of his records released through FOIAs, which are gone over in the YouTube podcasts. We know who's on his visit list, who he calls. So for his tablet to be restricted till end of June, now it's indefinite. Would he be using someone else's tablet? The world is crazy. They celebrate evil as good these days. I'm ashamed women actually fall for his ish. He effed up his face with the tattoos, looks stupid as F, and don't get me started on his level of language skills or his hideous laugh. Someone should have swallowed him. He claims to be unforgiven. He wishes. How do you know about his power of attorney? I'll attach her pic. Let me know if it's her. Their alleged breakup is just to scam more women because she's on the hook for his attorney for $6,000 a month. Has he mentioned trying to go to another state? Okay, read that one. he said, have you ever had someone admit their crimes? Thank you, Jack. And congratulations, whoever got that. Have you ever heard someone admit their crimes? I imagine most people play the poor me card. And thank you, Jack, again. The innocent card. It's one of the reasons why I speak to so few in here. I call them on their lies and scams, and they in turn try to persuade me that we are all on death row, that we need to look out for each other. And my favorite, we don't care about other charges. And when I'm like, I don't give an F about your money scams, we are not here together as you harm innocent people, and I hate those that do, and I absolutely give an F. Not only what current charges are, but past charges as well. How else would I know who I was speaking with? The mentality in here is not innocent people railroaded. It's scumbags trying to find loopholes to get away with them. And it's all I hear. Anyway, let me know. Yes, thank you so much. You guys support me so much, especially everyone who's members. Thank you. And then I think, yeah, hold on. These are the last. So let me see. He goes on about himself, which I kind of just want to focus more on Wade. He's explaining his beliefs, the rules. Yeah, this is him. Which I'm not going to get into this last one because I don't want to. Okay. So it's interesting. Either way, it's interesting. No, Silver Fox, you're not blocked. Barely anybody is blocked here. Hi to Dog Mom. Either way, it gives insight into what it's like being at union with Wade. You know what I mean? And I think it can't be any more true as far as Wade likes to abuse females. And when it comes to men, he runs like a little biatch. So thank you, KV, for sharing that. I was going to pull up the screenshots, but may as well just play the portion from YouTube Streets so that they could explain it, since I don't even have the context, because they put out Wade Wilson's last letter to Jesse, more proof of breakup. And I'll drop the link for the full stream, but I just wanted to play the portion where they're showing these last letters to Jesse, okay?
The thing with YouTube Streets, we're not.
Hold on. Here is a link to YouTube Streets Live, which I'll add in the description. Link to YouTube Streets Original Live for anybody who wants to go over and watch the full thing. I have not seen this yet. Like I people sent me the screenshots, but I haven't read yet. And so we know that, what was it? Someone on behalf of Jesse reached out to them. I'm still not clear with who said to them, Jesse and Wade are no longer together. But Wade is refusing to sign paperwork. Unclear what paperwork. And the social, like the Tinder site. And welcome, Steph. That's okay, Gidget. I understand. I feel like not everyone is for everyone, you know, the same way I'm not going to be for everyone. That's okay. I'm more than willing to talk to people about, yeah. And thank you so much for joining, Steph. Hi, Little Misfit. So I know that it didn't say take her off as power of attorney. Going by that one video that I watched, it did not say anything about power of attorney. It just said not willing to sign things, right? Now it can be about her power of attorney, but it could also be about the Ufferman stuff. Like, she has her name signed on a lot. So let's see. I guess let's see what they put out here. They show the screenshots right in the beginning. And this looks like a much younger photo of Jessie. I'm just going by how Jessie looked when she sent Jumpsuit Pablo that video of herself. This looks like she's much younger, but that's just my opinion.
To direct anybody's opinion tonight, we're just going to present what was given to me through Jessie, through Tiffany and Molly, and it got to me. So
okay, okay, hold on, wait, right there. I'm telling them, hold on. Hold on. So now I got some clarity already. It was sent through Tiffany and Molly to YouTube Sheets. Okay. Yeah, but again, the Tinder account, and this is, listen, I'm always going to be 100% honest. No hate to anyone. Anybody can create a Tinder account. That is nothing for me. I can take Wade Wilson photos right now and create a Wade Wilson Tinder account. This looks like Jessie, but it looks like a much younger version of Jessie. And as far as we know, there was no active Tinder account. But even if there was, you can't prove it's Jessie.
So I'm just going to show everything, and we'll get to it. I did an AI video on one of the letters because really hard to read. They're all hard to read, but I'll break the ice with this one. Let's go.
All right, let's see
What the heck I tell you I need? If I don't see 1,000.
Oh no, I don't want the AI voice. Okay, here's the first alleged letter of Wade and Jessie. What the F? I tell you I need. What the fuck I tell you I need? If I don't see. Sorry, I'm already no. Oh, I'm gonna try to reserve my judgment, but already I'm no. Thank you, Allie B. Wait, this is Jessie. She looks so different to me. Maybe I need sugar glasses. Thank you for the support. And yes, it looks like Jessie, but just a much younger, early 20s Jessie, but that's just my opinion. I want to see those arms. Okay. The letter, it says, what the F? I tell you I need. If I don't see $1,200 this month and every month, you're off the visit list and you won't hear from me ever. Stop acting dumb and do what I said, or don't and eat. What does it say? Does it eat shit? Oh, and get lost. Okay. I'm not saying this isn't Wade. Okay. It looks like Wade's handwriting on a couple of hits. What I will say though is this does not prove anything to me, and I'm not, no hate against anyone who put this out. Like, I'm just saying this is what I would even anticipate Wade and Jessie doing. You know what I mean? Like that. And I could be wrong, but it's very convenient. He has that perfectly in a letter, right? What the F? I tell you I need. If I don't see $1,200 this month and every month, you're off the visit list and you won't hear from me ever. stop acting dumb and do what I said, or don't and get lost. It's feeling very set up. I'm sorry. It really does. Well, and analytical one, even if Tiffany and Molly are reaching out, it could be pushing a narrative. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, it does seem like similar to Wade's handwriting. That wouldn't surprise me. But I'm just saying, I don't trust Wade and Jesse. You know, I don't trust Jesse to say, write these letters handwritten, and so we could push this narrative, right? That's all I'm saying. Hi, Jez. Hi, Christina. He is dramatic. All right, but let's see what else. Let's see what else they have.
$200 this month, and every month, you're off the visit list. And you won't hear from me ever. Stop acting dumb and do what I said, or don't, and get cut. You lost me, Jesse. We are no more. Do you know?
Okay. You've lost me, Jesse. We are no more. Do you know why? When I've told you I need one. So again, because this would be smart, right, to document this all. I need $1,200 from you, not fucking Jeanette, every month. And I don't think you need it. Who the F are you to question me? Never again, Jesse. Never, ever. I will put a woman on my list who will respect what I say. We are done revoking POA form, your off visit form. So now you and Jeanette can talk about that because she's staying on and you're done. Okay. Maybe I'd love to know the date of this, because we know when Jeanette rolls on him, right? Well, he's allowed to handwrite letters, Lizzie. He's allowed to handwrite letters. And so maybe it is. I don't know. Maybe it is legit. Maybe, but I struggle that it was just December, right? November, December. She had sent it to Jumpsuit Pablo and saying there is nothing that's going to tear me and Wade apart. Yeah, they could review it, but I don't know if they would confiscate this. Gidget, I saw that. But he always spelt "you're" the wrong way. So that's consistent. Shay, at this point, here's the thing. They're both liars and schemers and frauds. And so even if it is true, I don't blame anyone for questioning it. You know what I mean? Yeah, it would be snail mail because he doesn't have access to emailing. Jeanette rolled on him. Jeanette, he reached out to Jeanette again after getting her in trouble, even though she's fully accountable, for sending another cell guy a Cash App. She then was reached out and asked to put money on for Wade, and she contacted Fafo Feo and was like, hey, I just want to reach out and let you know Wade contacted me. He wasn't even supposed to have his phone, but a CEO messed up, and he's asking me to put money on tomorrow. And I said, no, I'm a good girl. That's what Jeanette did. No, I believe Molly and Tiffany are real, KV, because even former team members said that they were. They've always been around. I mean, maybe not. I don't know. But I'm more likely to believe they are legit. But who knows what narrative they're pushing? Who knows if they even believe that they're no longer together? Wade has lost, and when I say he lost a lot of support, like he still has a crap ton of support, but they aren't pulling in what they used to pull in. And I know that they need damage control right now.
Why? When I told you I need $1,200 from you, not effing Jeanette. When you said I don't need it. Oh, who the fool think you are for questioning me? Never again, Jesse. Never, ever again. I will put a woman on my list that will respect what I say. Revoking power of attorney. You're off of the visitor form. And now you and Jeanette could talk about that because she is staying and you are done. This wasn't an effing episode of Friends. I told you 1,000.
Hold on. Hold on. No, you didn't jug. Pivot! Jesse. This isn't an episode of Friends. I told you $1,200 a month. See, it's sticking out to me that this is the third letter. It's constantly including that number. That piques my interest. So this isn't an episode of Friends. I told you. $1,200 a month. You, neither them, etc. You, neither them, etc. I say shit one thing. What? I say shit one thing. That's it. Now we're done. I'm effing annoyed and past tired of you and your BS. Redacted. Real. I've got a will. Send me $1,200 monthly. And the rest is cut off. Oh, God. All right, I'll let the AI voice read it. Maybe it could do a better job than me.
I will put a woman on my list that will respect what I say. Revoking power of attorney. You're off of the visitor form. And now you and Jeanette could talk about that because she is staying and you are done. This wasn't an effing episode of Friends. I told you $1,200 a month. You're not them? Etcha. I say shit one thing. That's it. Now we're done. I'm effing.
Sorry, who's this AI voice? When did AI voices get so much personality? I need to know. Like, it's speaking better than I did, man.
Now you and Jeanette could talk about that because she is staying and you are done. This wasn't an effing episode of Friends. I told you $1,200 a month. You're not them? Etcha. I say shit one thing. That's it. Now we're done. I'm effing annoyed and tired of you and your bullcrap. I have a real woman who can and will send me $1,200 monthly.
So if that ain't extortion, I don't know what is, bro.
Well, okay, actually. And don't make me stick up for Wade here. If she is like the beneficiary to his money and POA, actually, if it's not her money he's extorting, it's his. It's a very intense AI, Cosmo. Right? If that shit was intense, man. I don't know how that works. Because think about, all right, let's for a moment here entertain that's legit. That's Wade's money, right? Not Jesse's, but she's the beneficiary on it. So is it, well, okay, so here, I'm getting stuck in a jumble. So let's say Wade and Jesse broke up. Jesse is the beneficiary. Let's say that Jesse is his power of attorney. Jesse is in contract with Ufferman. She has to make those payments, whether they are together or apart, for at least a year. I, in one hand, don't blame Jesse because you would never give a drug addict on death row this money, because this is the money that has to go to Ufferman. But on the other hand, it's not, I don't think it's extortion if they're breaking up and it's his money and you're trying to just not, like, that's it, go away with it or something. So we're stuck in a little bit of a pickle dicklement, you know what I mean? Well, out of the Funley, she didn't put all that down. Jeanette put most of it down. What do you guys think? Are Are more of you guys leaning towards they're broken up, or are you leaning towards I just don't have enough information, but more inclined to think they're still together until I see something solid? She was, C. Carter. She's allowed to remove herself from POA at any time. Let me be clear. She does not. She is allowed at any time to remove herself from POA. That does not make sense. But the original part excerpt that they put out didn't say POA. It just said he's refusing to sign paper. And I think an assumption was made for POA. But there is much other paperwork, like transferring over Ufferman, let's just say, right? Transferring over this legal contract with your attorney, things like that. The beneficiary, the money. Let's say she wanted to transfer the money over. I want my hands clean. Because POA, she does not need his signature for. At any point, she doesn't want to be a POA. She does not have to be his POA. Hi, Queen of Petty. How did he know that, Tasha? Hi, Mallory. How did she know that? You lean towards them breaking up? See, the problem is, Carol Coops, okay, so like, let's say that Molly and Tiffany were legit. And I said this all the way back with Jumpsuit too. Even if they are legit, I don't trust Jesse or Wade to not stage this the same way we watched her stage. She's no longer part of the team. Then what happened? We found out she was very much part of a team, a small group of 5 of them under an alt. Right? They didn't even know how small, in that small group, it was her. I don't trust her. That doesn't mean that they're 100% still together. I know it's only going to be so much time before reality sets in, but I don't think it's set in that quickly. I struggle with it setting in that quickly. She just sent that video to Jumpsuit. So who knows? Molly and Tiffany may very well be believing Jesse and advocating to push this narrative, reaching out to creators, showing these letters as proof, and they very well may believe it, right? Natasha says, what's convincing those of you who think they really broke up? Genuinely curious, because I've yet to see anything that makes me even consider it yet. And that's the thing, like, if I'm going by evidence, I have not seen any evidence yet. Any. They may have, right? But the only thing that is even leading, the only thing that I could go off of to even entertain it is Zav's phone records indicating that they haven't spoken in a period of time. Now, I still don't know if Jesse's using another number. I don't know all of the information. Is she not allowed to be speaking because she was involved in him violating the rules? I don't know. It wouldn't be the first time, but that is the most concrete anything I've seen so far. And that has no narrative with it. That's just black and white call logs. It was in November. Thank you, Tasha. Yeah, I don't know what the narrative is with this picture because I didn't hear it. It's just on the screen. Hey, Adrian. But she looks a lot younger in this. Shits and giggles, I don't know. I know that it's possible to have cell phones, but Wade's situation, it seems like he's very locked down at the time being, and I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. We don't know, Callie. We don't know. But she for sure, listen, and I'm not going to focus on her hair because hair can change with extensions, wigs, everything. Okay. But this is not what her hair looked like, nor is it the same length, nor did she have an ombre in the November video. She looks much younger. Her face looks much younger. Now, again, it's a photo. Could it be cleaned up? Sure. That's a good point, Diana, but let me ask you. Would anybody believe it if it wasn't a little bit ugly? Yeah, and that's the problem, Julia. I said even if I heard Jessie come out today and say it herself, I'm dealing with a liar. I'd have to wait for the FOIAs and things that show there hasn't been any communication. Well, he is on confinement. So eventually, when the calls are FOIA'd, you would get those answers. But as far as like, there are no emails. There's just handwritten letters. Oh, Samantha says, I would believe it more if she came out and admitted he is guilty. Well, that's all I'm saying, Gidget. Like, that's true, little giggle. It's not hard to say write letters saying this, right? My God, Wade isn't going to lose support. Jessie will lose support, though. Wade isn't. Jessie will. So even when Wade writes letters that to us, it's like, oh my God, they don't care. I think at this point that should be proven by now. These beaches don't care. Dude, the Friends references. We were on a break. Hi, Pipsqueak. And birth certificate. I don't know. I'm just saying it's not enough for me. It does look like Wade's handwriting, though, after a couple of hits. I will give him that. And thank you, Kelly. Thank you, MJ, for all the laughs and keeping us informed, not misinformed. You rocking this ish. Thank you so much, Kelly. It's very kind of you and much, much appreciated. So thank you. I tend to believe that. Hi, me feeds. I tend to believe that she's laying low, trying to. That's what I think. I don't think, like, please be reminded. Jessie is committing crimes, okay? This ain't no small feat. There's more motive of why she'd want to disconnect rather than just public opinion of her. Thank you, little giggle. And I believe people would be reaching out to creators. Like, that doesn't surprise me either. It's just whether or not is it true. I heard about her new job. I haven't looked into it because I try not, like, it's really not my business. It's really not my business. If she got a new job, good. I'm not going to knock on society, contributing to society and working. I don't really want to know, I just hope that it's nowhere. I heard it was another dental office. I hope it doesn't involve kids or anything like that. But other than that, it's not my business where she works. I think that's good that she's working. I'd rather her be working than just scamming people. You know what I mean? But she's made decisions that are going to follow her for the rest of her life. That's how I feel. Like, letter is real, content is fake, and we might be wrong. We might be wrong, but it's not anything like, I don't just believe it because someone says it. And I feel like that is kind of what I advocate here on my channel. Even with mainstream media, it's terrifying, right? Because they put it on the news. Everyone just takes it. Don't do that. Don't question everything, right? Question everything. So we're already dealing with 2 liars, 2 frauds, 2 scammers, someone who is willing to take on a whole another identity, someone who is willing to say she left the team and then go back into the team. And back then I told you guys, Jessie is absolutely still part of the team. Absolutely still part of the team. Trust me. And then what happened? One day it comes out she is absolutely still part of the team and has been using an alt. That is what I'm thinking right now. They didn't stop after the phone calls, Michelle, but it wasn't an active fund anyway. It was already ended. But if we think that that's the only money source, people donate private. Look at what Jeanette was doing. Well, and here's also what I question. What would cause Jessie to leave now? She has stuck with him through all of this coming out, the most horrific sex calls. I don't even know if I would consider those sex calls, the nastiest of calls, being humiliated and disrespected and looking like an idiot. And she still went out on Jumpsuit Pablo's. She knows his platform. She went out on Jumpsuit Pablo's and said, I'm staying with my man. But now, all of a sudden, in a short time frame, done. No. If the only thing yes, that's the problem, Carolyn Cooper. She's been humiliated on repeat, and she's still and I think that goes to show just how invested she was. She not only stuck around, but she openly put her face out on Jumpsuit Pablo's, knowing his following, and said, I stand here proudly. Oh, shit. Like, okay. The only thing I could think of is reality is setting in without communication with his devices and his tablet and not being able to openly make calls and emails. Like, she has to wait for snail mail. But would I expect her to crack so quickly? No. Right. No name change. No. It hit almost 100K and they had closed it down. Oh, thank you, Paul. And again, I'm not saying that they're 100% together. I'm just saying I'm not believing that they are 100% not together because of what's being said. I don't take nobody for their word. Sorry. I'm sorry, Samantha. I hope you feel better. All right, let me. Oh no, Kelly. Stay, Kelly, stay. Question everything, Cicely is right. Question everything. All right, so, and I'm just pulling up what we're going to listen to while I get these up. How do I switch account? Okay. How do you go to your like your memberships? Oh, okay. Hold on. All right. So, all
right, here we go. Part 2. And it being, like I said, having their character defamed as well too through it.
when you said that, I also want to say one of the biggest things for me, as you said, with people latching on to stuff, one
Hold
of the things
on.
I've seen more than anything that's probably said.
This is Marie interview part 2. Did we listen to the first one?
All right.
Oh, okay.
Team Wade, we want to thank you so much for adapting to the circumstances tonight.
This is now this you know she ain't making good sourdough bread, Carolyn Cooper. And sourdough is the easiest bread you could make. You know she ain't. Trying to be like a freaking housewife. You couldn't if you tried, Jesse. Okay. Oh yeah, we ended on him taking a shit. I forgot. So this is all of like Jesse compiled. I'm gonna have to play the first one to know. Remember this, guys? Him taking a poop? So let's see.
They might try to shut down our live streams, but again, they're not going to be able to silence us, and they're not going to silence Wade.
Because this chick fully, I think that's what pisses me off the most about her, is not only is she doing what she's doing, but she's pushing that he is innocent. That is Jesse lying to herself. At least Vivian doesn't even try to lie and claim that he is innocent, okay? That's the worst part about you, because you're lying to convince yourself what you're doing isn't that bad. Oh, I forgot about poop. I forgot about the Poops and Scoops interview. Well, what do you guys want to listen to? Jesse as Marie or Poops and Scoops interview? Which one? No, an old one. No, it's not a new Poops. It was an older one. Okay. We'll stick with Marie and we'll do Poops and Scoops next.
Resilient group here, and we're going to continue to fight for him no matter what the circumstances are.
Oh, look at you, Wade.
To get started, first and foremost, we have a lot that we're going to look to cover here tonight. So we've actually decided to break this up into a 2-part event. Again, we'll probably get a little bit creative again next time and figure out how we're going to host.
Oh, wow, he lost so much weight. What is he doing? Wow, and this was 2023. Oh my God, he's full on going Joker, guys. Look at how much weight he lost. Wow.
The next live event, but we do want to let you know kind of an idea about what we're going to be here to cover tonight. Again, we're still increasing our viewers here, so please continue to tap on the screen and make sure that you share this out as I go over this information with you, because we want to get his message out to as many people as possible. And again, we're going to record this so that we can post it afterwards. So our next live event, we're planning to have it completed actually on Sunday. So this coming Sunday.
Live event like it's effing bingo with Trudy, right? Like she was loving this. You have to remember, this is kind of what she went to school for. She was loving this.
The 25th. We're still figuring out the time, so stay tuned to our official pages, Wade Steven Wilson Official on both Instagram and TikTok, and on Facebook, Wade Steven Wilson, for more information on the time. But we're going to plan to do another live on Sunday. Now, the whole idea of tonight, guys, is we want to give you an update on Wade, of course, our number one priority here. We also want to touch on our Fundly and Go Get Funding campaigns, his motion for a new trial and acquittal being denied, and potential new attorneys that we've been looking into.
Oh.
We also are going to debunk some rumors that are going around, because I'm sure everyone has seen them. There's about 1.5 million going around right now, and everyone's been sending us in these rumors, and we're really thankful so that we can make sure we can address them, so you know what the actual truth is.
Right.
And trust me, guys, we have receipts as well, so we can.
Now, don't forget, Those receipts are being put out now too, right? They are not together. I just want you to remember this. Again, I'm not saying for certain they are. I'm just saying this is my issue. We have already a liar, okay? Receipts, because he was framed and he's innocent, right? And they didn't scam, right? Okay.
Prepared here tonight. So to get started, though, let's start with an update on Wade.
Please don't.
It's been a little bit of a challenging week. As of last Saturday, it was August 10th at 4:15 p.m. Wade officially had all of his phone and email communications completely shut off.
Is this the same one we watched last time? Because I'll skip to the next one if it is. I can't. There's too many. I don't remember. Is this the same one or is this a different one? Let me know. I guess I'll know if I'll play a minute more. Hold on.
So they are doing their best to silence Wade on the inside as well, because again, I think they're a little intimidated that we're trying to tell his truth. Now, being completely honest and transparent, we are not sure.
Yeah, I think that's the first one that we had listened to. So hold on.
The motion that they filed about that was filed at the incorrect time. So I will tell you that he should be grandfathered into the previous, and there's actually a sentence to death row, and the judge actually did.
My voice was drowned out by the overwhelming pressure.
We had any contact with Wade was on.
Hoping that the justice system will uncover the truth on its own. However, it is clear that I must now take matters into my own hands and reveal my side.
Remember this?
From the very beginning, I have maintained my innocence. I cooperated fully with the investigation, believing that the truth will prevail. But the system failed me.
Hold on. I'm just going to go to the part 2 then.
All right, guys, and I understand that it might be a little bit challenging right now to hear.
So remember, we just listened to that call where we heard Jesse and Wade recording that, and he recorded it multiple times. This is that interview that she used it on that night. Remember, she was so nervous and she's like, crap. Can you record it? She did the illegal 3-way call to record him saying this over and over and over again. This is the stream that she came out publicly and used it for.
We apologize for those technical difficulties, and we are going to make sure that we repost this after so that you guys are able to stop it and hear it a little bit more clearly, because it's truly important what we have to say here today.
Is it? This
is the first opportunity and truly the first chance that Wade has actually had to tell his story.
No, he was asked in that courtroom. He had the right to get up and testify on his own behalf. It doesn't matter what the lawyer said. It doesn't matter if the judge didn't want you to. You had that right. And what did he say? No. How about no, Benson? He said no. Oh, wow. He looks like dog doo-doo.
And to tell what actually happened. So, without further ado, we're going to move on next to actually hear Wade's story. Now, I ask that you please be patient.
Sure.
Again, we're going to try to make this quality as best as we physically can.
You got it, Jesse.
We want you to hear everything about his story.
Sure.
We will be posting it after, so you'll have access to it. And it's going to be a little lengthy. It's about 13 minutes long. So,
wow.
Be ready. Let's get it, girls. I hope you're ready.
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you openly acknowledging that the only people falling for this are chicks? Let's go, girls. Okay, Shania Twain. Like, where are you going? Are you serious right now, Jesse? Marie? Sure. Let's hear Wade.
Wade initially started working for the organization around February of 20.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let's not hear Wade. Let's hear. Finally, Wade gets to tell his story for the first time ever. But Jesse's going to tell it for him.
So, be ready. Let's get it, girls. I hope you're ready.
Buckle up.
Wade initially started working for the organization around February of 2019, and he worked with them for about 8 months until his arrest. Initially, he was brought in as a security detail. Because of his size, people are naturally intimidated by him.
Sure.
But didn't ask many questions about the job because he needed one and they were offering. He moved to the Florida Keys to work at a resort, and he lived on a 3-story yacht that was part of the resort. Everything initially started out okay, but about 2 days after he moved to the resort, that's when the main boss, Eric James Brown, asked Wade to be part of his first meeting, as another gentleman would be coming in and he needed to talk business. At this meeting is where Wade truly understood his role and why he was asked to be part of the business, again, to be security and intimidating due to his size. And he understood that the business had to deal with guns and drug trafficking. Wade made a comment that the gentleman at the meeting stated that they would make sure there was enough ice in the ice machines. Ultimately, ice is referring to meth.
Oh.
Wade then started to learn about the chain of command. Tommy Williams was second in command and the main drug runner. Wade then met Josh Mateo Luckish through Eric at the resort at a party they were hosting. Over time, Wade ended up becoming the second in command, and this upset Tommy because ultimately it kicked him out of his position.
Girl, you coming out here with your voice and you openly accusing and dropping names of people who very well may be part of an organization, while at the same time Wade very much being guilty of his crimes. But you making a bad move out there, Miss Ma'am. And would your man, if he really cared about you, ever put you in this position?
Wade continued to learn more about the organization as he got closer with Eric. He learned that a majority of the drugs were from Costa Rica because Eric lived there for 1 to 2 years in a penthouse.
No way.
He also learned that there was a private airport nearby in Marathon, Florida, only about 15 minutes away from the resort. They also had multiple cigarette boats at the resort.
I'm sorry. Who's going to spot it? Who's going to spot it? Because you know I already did. What's coming out of your ears, Wade? Sir, you're sprouting. You're growing sprouts out of your ears. Is it doo-doo paper? Why is the one to the right so long and wispy? He's got doo-doo paper packed in his ear holes. Okay?
The yacht Wade lived on, and later on, Eric purchased a 2-person plane that could take off from the water. They utilized these forms of transportation to get the guns and drugs transported from Costa Rica, Jamaica, islands of Bahamas, even more places, back to Florida. And if you see it, it's only going to be a couple-hour boat ride from the Florida Keys to Costa Rica. The organization controlled the entire Keys. All of the drugs and guns.
How long did this spoon stay here? I need to know what the purpose of that spoon was and how long it stayed there.
In and out, had power and control over many people who lived in what they call the trailers in the Keys, and they continued to expand through Florida and other states. Wade realized that Eric started bringing in girls from all over who were on their payroll. Started with strippers from Miami and the Keys, and then he started seeing women being transported in from Brazil, Australia, Costa Rica, Aruba, and other exotic countries. Wade started to put the pieces together to realize that they were dealing in human trafficking as well. Before he was officially introduced to the human trafficking side, he was required to meet Eric's mother, Sandra Stillwell-Youngquist, who was...
I'm sorry, what's a mutter?
Before he was officially introduced to the human trafficking side, he was required to meet Eric's mother, Sandra Stillwell-Youngquist.
Hello, mother. Hello, butter. Jesse, you're getting too nervous, girl. You're getting too nervous. Come on, you're trained for this. This is what you went to school for. Remember eggs? I got you. Just take a breath. Slow down. Mutter, mutter, may I have an udder?
Who is truly the main boss of the organization. She came down to the resort in Conquet.
She's blaming his mother is the main boss of an organization. She's coming out with her Crocs, okay, with her tote, and with some TJ Maxx sunglasses, and she is the mother of this organization.
Interviewed Wade to make sure he was legitimate and was ready to be fully involved in their business. When he realized they were involved in human trafficking, Wade became
less
interested in being in the organization. When he realized they were involved in human trafficking, Wade became less interested in being in the organization. He said he could deal with the drugs and guns, but he didn't like the human trafficking portion of it.
Sure he didn't.
Eric then told Wade he needed him to go to Fort Myers to look after the girls in the spa there as security. Tommy came with him to Fort Myers, and Wade stayed at Josh Mateo's condo at the time in the area. Eric told Wade to not get involved with any of the girls at the spot, including Mila, because Mila and Tommy used to date. All of the girls at the spa are licensed, so it looks legit, but it's ultimately covering up the illegal operations.
Sure.
Wade started getting into the motions of the business and operations and was still mainly used as security for the girls. Wade even mentioned that they would make home or hotel visits, and he would go with the girls to drive them to make sure they would be okay.
So what you're saying is Wade, yes, he was involved in human trafficking. And look at that, man. Yes, he was involved, but he was the protector of the girls. So even though I'm still admitting to illegal crimes here, he was the good person. Because, you know, you've all witnessed how Wade protects females, right?
Would even bring massage tables and items, so it kept up the idea that the business was legitimate.
Okay.
While he was in Fort Myers, all of the guns and drugs were kept at Josh Mateo's warehouse that he used for his graphic design company, Mateo Graphics. Josh had a Cuban friend who kept his large trucks on his property. They would utilize those trucks to load the guns and drugs on and then cover it with debris to make it not look quite as sketchy. The organization had some dirty cops in the Cape Coral Police Department, which is the same police department that assisted in the first attempted arrest of Wade.
It's all making sense now.
And accused him of the murders and were also part of his investigation and trial.
Right.
Shortly after he arrived in Fort Myers, Wade started dating Mila. A few months later, they started talking about leaving the organization and moving to Hawaii. Now, they chose Hawaii because Mila previously dated a professional surfer there, lived in Hawaii, and was a prostitute there. Eric, Tommy, and Josh got wind that they were...
Hold on. Hey, you can't just drop that bomb. What? I love the digs. I love the digs she's taking just along the way. So the reason aloha, they were choosing Hawaii was that Mila dated a professional surfer there, and she was a prostitution whore. What? Okay. What does the prostitution part have to do with moving to Hawaii? Okay. All right, Jesse, you do your thing.
Mila previously dated a professional surfer there, lived in Hawaii, and was a prostitute there. Eric, Tommy, and Josh caught wind that they were planning to leave and take the rest of the girls with them. This means the spa in Fort Myers would be shut down, which affects their operations.
Right.
Now, 2 days before the murders, Mila and Wade were at the spa late at night. They heard a knocking on the glass window, and Tommy was standing there with a man named Chris Brown, who was a very big bouncer and security guy for the organization. Tommy tried to get Wade to go outside and talk with him, and Wade said he would only speak to Tommy if Chris went back to the car. Once Chris went back to the car, Wade went outside, and that's when Tommy told him that they were aware of what he was up to and threatened that if he tried to leave, they would kill him.
No.
Tommy ended up leaving shortly after that.
Okay.
That next day, Wade went to the Buddha with Mila,
Okay.
where they met a doctor from Georgia who was interested in finding a girl to have sex with.
Okay.
Wade offered Mila up and said the doctor paid to sleep with her.
Wait. I thought, okay. Wade offered Mila up and the doctor paid to sleep with her. Well, what kind of boyfriend is Wade? Even with this bullshit story, okay, he's still horrible. You're still involving him in sex trafficking and literally bringing women back and forth, sketchy organizations, and now selling off his girlfriend. Like, I thought this was supposed to make him the good guy.
Mila then went home with the doctor and did not go to a friend's house, as she said.
Oh, okay.
Wade had Mila's car because she went
God.
home with the doctor. He didn't ultimately steal the car.
Oh, he didn't.
Wade met Christine that evening, and they went to Jason Shepard's house after they left the Buddha, which they had just met Jason that night. Mila's Hellcat ran out of gas, and ultimately it stayed parked at Jason's house while Wade and Christine Ubered back to her place. Wade stayed at Christine's place until about 5 a.m., maybe a little bit later. He said it was around the time the sun was rising in October. He then left because he had to go to Josh's warehouse to get drugs to do a run.
Sure.
He used Christine's car to go to the warehouse because, again, the Hellcat was still at Jason's house without gas.
Right. That makes total sense why he drove Christine's car. I got you. Right. That makes sense. He had to make the drop, and she was totally fine letting this guy that she had just met take her vehicle. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense.
When he arrived at the warehouse, Wade was met by Josh and another man he did not know.
No, hold on, Marie. Hold on. This is disgusting. I'm sorry. Look at his eyes. It's infecticus. Okay. They are poignant. That is a poisonous. I'm not going to say the rest because you already know. Ew. Hi, Bree. Yeah, Gen X. But go ahead, Marie. Carry on.
They needed to talk to him and told him to sit down.
Right, Coops?
They then told Wade that they knew he wanted to leave the organization, but that wasn't going to be an option.
So Wade wanted out. Let me out of this organization. No, you cannot. You can't leave. It's a Hotel California. All right, baby?
Josh told Wade at that time that they were murdering both Christine and Diane.
Oh, he was
And that he
told.
would be expected to take the blame for it.
Okay.
They told Wade exactly how both murders would be done.
Right, because how else would Wade know the specifics, right? So they said, hey, you want to leave us? No. Now we're going to take the lives of these two beautiful, innocent women, and we're going to give you the heads up. And you, sir, are going to now take the fall for it. And let us go describe to you, even though we didn't commit the murders yet, let us go describe to you the exact details of what we would do. So you already have that fresh and available in your mind. So down the line, when you are arrested and charged, since we are framing you, you will know exactly what to say. Again, Occam's razor. Jesse. How long did it take you to get this script down? Is it because you had to incorporate the evidence that's presented against him and you build that narrative around it? Right? I'm sure you probably told Wade in his bullshit story, well, wait, no, what about this? Because you were here and here, right? I'm sure you helped build it. This is what makes you disgusting and evil. At least with Vivian, she doesn't deny that Wade's guilty. She, unfortunately, is attracted to that. You are worse, in my opinion, because you are gaslighting these victims' families. and pretending like he is innocent. Imagine if you were successful and got him out. Shame on you.
In this way, Wade wouldn't be able to leave and would be in prison instead. They threatened him. It wasn't at gunpoint, but Wade knew guns were easily accessible since they were at the warehouse.
Yeah.
That if he did not take the blame, they would harm his loved ones.
Right.
They then forced Wade to make phone calls utilizing a device that would...
Oh shit, we have to account for all those calls where you admitted to the murder. So they forced, not at gunpoint, at finger point. You know how much more serious finger point is than gunpoint, okay? And they forced him, call and admit, call and confess to crimes you didn't commit, right? They got their pointer finger out. They got the big guns out.
Reroute through the victims' phones. That's why there's evidence that Wade used their phones.
Wait. They used a device that rerouted to the victims' phones.
And forced Wade to make phone calls utilizing a device that would reroute through the victims' phones. That's why there's evidence that Wade used their phones to call his biological father and Mila.
But we want to believe what this bitch is putting out now? Are you serious? We're supposed to trust anything she puts out? Really? Sorry, my answer is no.
Wade first called his biological dad and purposely called him over his adopted parents because he didn't want to involve them.
Right.
He told him he did something bad that he cannot take back.
Right.
He was very vague with his initial conversation with his dad. He then called Mila, again, still utilizing that device which rerouted the call through the victim's phones, to tell her the same thing. Once the calls were done, Josh told Wade that he was going to call the police to have them come and arrest him. The first responding officer was Sergeant Angela Fleming, who is a longtime friend of Mila's. Angela Fleming is also related to Miguel Fleming, who was one of the detectives on Wade's case for the Cape Coral Police Department and was in the Navy with Mila. Josh called the cops and then left.
Right.
While Wade was waiting for the cops to arrive so that he could take the fall, he had a change of heart. Wade got an opportunity to escape through the back door of the warehouse. He ran out in the bushes and trees behind the warehouse for a while. Once the cops left, Wade found a house across the street that seemed abandoned that he was able to break in through the back window. He said he stayed in that house for a few hours, mid-afternoon till later that night, while he figured out his next steps.
Ew.
He needed a place to be safe and think about what he could do. Later that night, he called his biological dad, and he told him he did something bad and needed help. He then gave him more information about the murders because Wade was ready to go to jail and realized that this was his only option to keep his loved ones safe. His biological dad said he would send him an Uber, but instead called the cops, which Wade knew he would.
Right.
The marshals came shortly after to arrest Wade, and he was taken to jail. 2 days after being in jail, Wade completed a video visitation with his biological dad, where he told his dad additional information, including where Diane's body was, so that it could be taken back to her family.
That is not. How dare you? How dare you? Even, oh God, even if you want to pretend he only knew the details because the real killers told him, we all watched that. And we all watched as Wade said, why'd you give me up, Dad, right? You gave me up, and he understood. But then held Diane's body over their head for a Happy Meal. It was his biological dad that you keep trying to take digs at that pleaded with Wade for her children. Please tell him where she is. Let her go home. That was not Wade. And they ended up finding her on their own.
Wade was forced into confessing as he was terrified that his loved ones would be hurt. He knew if he told his biological dad, that it would get back to Eric and the entire organization, showing that he upheld his side of the deal. 4 days after being in jail, Wade then confessed to the detectives for the murder, still concerned about his family's safety, and was hoping that this would get into the news, so again, Eric and the organization would see that he upheld his side of the deal. After 8 days in jail, it had still not broken on the news. Wade then took measures into his own hands and called Mila because he knew she would be working with the reporters. He confesses to the murders because he knew Mila would tell the reporters and it would get attention from media. Again, this would draw attention so that Wade could ensure that it got back to Eric and the organization, that he was confessing, upholding his end of the deal so that his loved ones would be kept safe.
I guess his loved ones, if you even want us to entertain that this was all about his loved ones, he went down for murders he didn't commit to protect his loved ones. Yet now he's just screaming from all the rooftops, having his fiance drop the specific names and accusing every single person, first and last name, of all these horrific crimes. Is there not a concern anymore? Right? Why'd that concern completely go out the window?
Less than a month after Wade was incarcerated, specifically on December 3rd, 2019, Wade's adoptive parents' house in Tennessee was mysteriously burned down.
Mysteriously?
And Wade knew this was Eric and the organization attempting to kill them.
It was electrical. Thank you, Wolfie. I'm not going to read that, though. Thank you. Hold on, let me do a little switcheroo. A mysterious electrical fire is right. Oh, why does it not let you do that? Okay.
Less than a month after Wade was incarcerated, specifically on December 3rd, 2019, Wade's adoptive parents' house in Tennessee was mysteriously burned down, and Wade knew this was Eric and the organization attempting to kill them. That's when Wade decided he needed to retract his story because
Right. He needed to retract it, of course. Wade, what you doing? Are you looking at that fungal fucking dick? I think that's what's going on here. I think, ooh, what's that? It's not supposed to be secreting. What are you looking at there, buddy? What you looking at? Yeah, I'd have that same fucking face expression too.
he realized the organization would still try to kill his loved ones. It took him some time to come out because he was hoping to not have a public defender and wanted to.
What's that, brother? Ooh, that's what I imagine that sound bite. What's that? What's that, brother? Ooh. Sorry.
Do it the right way.
That's what I was thinking in my head, Mallory, when I said it. You prostitution, engaged 19 times and flipped the table. That's his lipple. Allie. That's his lipple. That's his little guy. You don't remember his lipple? And welcome, Dubia. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Yeah, hit the thumbs up. I'll gift a Patreon membership out. We're gonna, I think, do Patreon tomorrow. I know there's another nasty call out. So definitely hit the thumbs up. Thank you all for being here, and welcome, Dubia. Yeah, that's his little lipple. Don't lipple shame.
Was someone who would understand and be willing to stand up for him. Over time, he realized he would not get that and decided he needed to contact news to get his story out and retract his admission of guilt.
Right.
All right, guys.
That was it? That was it? Okay. finally got to speak for the first time, and that's a start. Okay, that's the best you got.
Well, hope you enjoyed hearing Wade's side of the story here.
We
Finally,
didn't.
started working for the Oops, sorry. Started replaying. So I'm happy you guys were able to finally hear his side of the story. And again, I apologize if there were any issues with understanding.
The issues were it was a complete batch of fucking lies. But then again, you're also speaking to us as Marie, right? So just adding it to the list of why I don't believe they are broken up based on what's out so far.
Understanding what was said, we are going to make sure that we post this again at a later time so that everyone is going to have access to it to be able to go back.
Sure.
So I believe the next step that we're going to go over to are going to be some questions that we have.
Please do.
And again, we ask that you start sending in your questions, and please be patient. I'm working with my team remotely so that they can send me over the questions as they come in. But if you don't mind, please start sending in your questions. And what we're going to plan to do is we're going to do a we're going to answer some of your questions again.
Oh,
please try to prevent
God. You all right, Wade? You're looking a little what's the word? Funky. Yeah, totally candid and genuine questions. He's looking a little I think you need amoxicillin or something. You're looking a little yeah. And this, can you imagine how his cell smells? His cell must freaking reek.
Being personal questions about Wade. He does not necessarily want to answer personal questions. And I'll be honest too, I don't know how many I could personally answer myself. I am a close friend, but I would want it to be accurate. So
I am a close friend because it's me, Marie. Remember, I'm not a fucking liar or anything.
If you want to start sending in those questions, we're going to give it a second for them to start compiling, and then we're going to go from there. How do I know the story? I know the story ultimately because, again, I am a close friend of Wade's.
Right.
I speak to him several times a day.
Right.
And this story came directly from him.
I'm sure it did with the help of you, right? Thank you, Kimberly, for 9 months of baby. We got a YouTube baby. Thank you.
We took some time over the last week to really make sure that we got all of the fine details because we wanted you, the supporters, his people who are donating to his cause so that he can afford a better lawyer so that he actually has a fighting chance.
Right.
We took the time to make sure that we went over the story together, and this is directly from him.
Right.
Another question that came through is, and I'm going to be probably a little bit vague on this, guys, is how does he feel about God? Does he pray daily? I will tell you, he is a very spiritual person. He does believe.
He thinks Father God and the Holy Spirit is there when he takes Vivian, has her sit at the edge of a table, places his face right underneath her, and takes a nice hot steaming pile of doo-doo right into his mouth. And that's, the body of Christ. Amen.
In a God as well too, but overall he's just a spiritual human being.
Right.
And he does believe in his own ways. I am not a partner of Wade's. I can tell you that I am definitely not a partner of Wade's.
Oh, so she lies so easily. And sorry, I didn't mean to disrespect Jesus, but you know what I mean. If you have been on Patreon, you know what I'm talking about. But what is it called? She just so easily was able to say she is not a partner of Wade's. So are we going to choose to believe anything that comes out of her mouth now?
I'm just a close friend. Simple as that. Here to tell his story and here to fight for him, as well as our team. Have you found any potential lawyers? We definitely have lawyers that we would love to hire, but the only way that we can hire those lawyer guys is if you continue to donate to our Fundly account. And as a reminder, it's going to be under Save Wade Stephen Wilson. I'll repeat,
the best way that you can help us find new lawyers for him is to be able to donate to his cause. It's on Fundly, Save Wade Stephen Wilson. If you go to our TikTok page, our Instagram, or Facebook, you're going to find the links there as well. But that is the best way that you can truly support Wade at this time and be able to help him afford, again, the lawyers that he truly needs and deserves. He deserves to have his voice his voice heard.
Right.
We're getting in a lot of messages here, guys, about how you can speak with Wade and how you can talk with him. I want to remind you that right now Wade is really focused on, and he loves your support, don't get me wrong. Everyone talks with him about it daily, our team, and we read him your comments, I hope you know, on a daily basis, because that's what really keeps him happy and keeps him fighting and keeps his energy up. So please keep sending in the wonderful comments. He loves hearing them. Now, he is still getting in a ridiculous amount of requests and messages daily. So it is very challenging and very difficult for him to be able to respond to those because, again, he's really, honestly, we joke, he's working a full-time job while he's in jail right now. And his full-time job is to partner with his team so that we can save his life. And
I'm sorry, what did she just say? Hi, Allie. I'm sorry, what? Oh, okay, Jessica. Did you just say Wade works a full-time job with his team? Wade doesn't even work because he's on PC, guys. Oh, honey.
Very difficult for him to be able to respond to those because, again, he's really, honestly, we joke, he's working a full-time job while he's in jail right now. And his full-time job is to partner with his team so that we can save his life and we can afford lawyers. So, again,
pretty much
try to request him through the Smart Inmate, but please understand that if he does not respond, if he does not accept it, it's because he is on the inside fighting right now for his life so that we can...
Oh, Wade. Oh, you're really up there, aren't you? Oh, God. How far can you go? I'm pretty sure your eye is starting to bulge. Wade. Just an innocent man working full-time in his cell with his team. Don't judge. Don't judge. Who knows what he's keeping up there? Okay? You've heard of the prison suitcase. Have you ever heard of the little prison handbag? That's your nostrils. Okay? Not as big, but you could pack a punch in there, if you know what I mean.
Prove his innocence, and so that we can bring him justice. I asked if he's being provided with professional help. I think you guys understand that, unfortunately, his lawyers have not been of any help to Wade. So I can say that overall, the current lawyers have not been providing truly any professional help for him. Majority of the support that he's receiving at this time is from you as his supporters and from Team Wade here, who's running his social media accounts and his family running his Fundly account. Wade cannot do any form. Another question is, do we visit him in prison, in person? So I apologize, in jail. So they currently do not, at the Lee County Jail in Florida, they do not allow for any in-person visitations. I can confirm that. They only allow for phone calls, emailings, and video visitations. So Lee County Jail, if you look it up, again, they do not allow for in-person visitations. The donation money, that's a great question. So where does the donation money go? So the donation money currently is going directly to a bank account that Wade's family has set up for him. So they have...
I'm sorry, what'd you just say? It goes directly to Wade's family that you set up for him? Okay. Then you have nothing to worry about, Jesse. Wow. Stank breath, you know. That's what he looks like underneath Vivian's booty hole, ready to catch it.
separate bank accounts set up, all of your donations and all of your wonderful, wonderful donations. I'm not sure if everyone saw, but we officially hit over $15,000 yesterday, guys. That's absolutely incredible. We are so thankful, and I know Wade is so thankful for your donations and your support. But again,
Natasha, you're
directly
probably
to a
right.
bank account, and it is being saved to the side right now, so that as soon as we can afford a lawyer, we are ready to go. And we are ready to tell his story and have his voice be heard.
God.
What we're gonna do, guys, is we're gonna just take a couple more questions here. Before we move on over to the raffle, because we do still need to do the raffle.
Illegal.
Someone asked about what's going on with PayPal. We are still working through some issues with PayPal, so please at this time, if you can, donate to Fundly. We are truly hoping to have it fixed by Monday or Tuesday, and we apologize for that inconvenience because we know there's a lot of you that want to donate that don't have access to Fundly. I promise you we are working as fast as we can, and we will let you know just as soon as the PayPal account is back up and running. But again, for now, the best way that you can truly support Wade is by donating to his Fundly account. It is under Save Wade.
God, Wade!
Again,
Wade, this is the other nostril now. What? Dude, get your fingers out of your orifices. This is why you're always infected. Everything's always oozing. You have thrush. You need to get your credit card fingers out of your orifices. You nasty little fucker. Yuck.
If you go to Fundly, Save Wade Steven Wilson, that's going to be the best way that you can support him at this time until PayPal is back up and running. Is anyone investigating the case outside of his legal team? I can tell you that there are people who are working to investigate his case, both professionally, but also on the other side, you as supporters. We have so many of his supporters that have been sending us whatever information that they can, compiling information, and it's absolutely astounding. He truly appreciates all of the support that he has received from everyone, especially everyone that's so invested in proving his innocence and going out there and finding the information to send over to us. So again, as soon as we have a lawyer for him and we can afford a lawyer for him, we're ready to compile this data and send it all over to prove his innocence. So we do have people professionally investigating, but again, on the other side, we want to thank you guys so much for all of your investigative skills that you've been bringing to the table, you little sleuths. It's been wonderful.
It's not a ponytail on his head. Thank you, Allie. It's not a ponytail on his head. It was a washcloth. We don't know. Good night, Justin. We don't know how it hooks on, how it stays on, but we have established that is a cloth of the wash. Now, does he use it for its intended purpose? No, he does not.
And we're going to do one more question here, guys. Someone said, I've donated, but can I buy him food and snacks? Now, he's a big guy, right? He's 6'5". So yeah, he needs to eat. But I can tell you that currently he has been receiving.
Guess what? 5'2". 5'2" people need to eat also. Do you like what? Like 4 foot people, children need to eat. Excuse you. This is not limited to 6 foot and up.
A ton of money to his current commissary. He has a couple $1,000s, and I will tell you that that's going to go a very, very long way for him. So he appreciates it so much that that you want to send him food and snacks, but the best way still to be able to support him is to continue to donate to his Fundly account, because he does have a lot of money and he does have a lot of food currently right now in his cell. And I apologize. We're actually going to do just one more question. And this is just because I think this one's very important and it relates back to why we're here today. Why didn't Wade testify in court? So
that's a great, wow. The first and only decent question I have heard. Why didn't Wade testify in court.
Going back to the whole story here, Wade wanted to be able to testify, but he didn't feel comfortable because, as you saw from his trial, and I'm sure most of you watched it, Wade had no support from his lawyers. They didn't even believe in his innocence. And you even saw in the closing statements that they admitted his guilt, even though he's not guilty of this and he's innocent. It completely threw him off. He was not expecting them to say that. And that's one of the reasons why he didn't testify, is because he didn't believe in his lawyers. Because
that wasn't until after. You're a dumb idiot. His option to testify would have been when defense called him as a witness. I don't give a crap what happened at closing statements. And at that point, they were trying to save his life.
They don't believe in him, and they are not here to fight for him, and they're not here to fight for his innocence. So that's one of the reasons why he decided not to testify, because he wants his story to be heard in the right light. And he wants to...
Right. He just totally risked being sentenced to death because he wanted to wait for the right opportunity. Sure.
Make sure that when he personally tells his story, and it's not just from coming from myself or from Team Wade, he wants to make sure he has the right support behind him. So thank you guys again so much for sending in your questions. Now, I know that there's a million more questions coming in, and we're truly, truly appreciative for all the support. We will be hosting more lives here going forward. But what we're going to do meanwhile next is we're going to go over to our raffle. So for all of those who have currently donated, we do have 3 different raffles that we're doing. For those who donated $10 to $50, $51 to $100, and then $100 to $200. So What I'm going to do is we're going to randomly select.
Except you, Vivian. I already told Wade your $5 doesn't count. And thank you, Brenda, for 2 months. I wonder how much Jailhouse Jesse skimmed off all the donations. It's a good question. It's a very good question.
Who is ultimately going to be the winners of these raffles, and the winning prize is that you're going to get a phone call from Wade. So after...
Oh my God. Up to $200. And the winner, that one lucky winner, is going to get a phone call from Wade himself, which is illegal. You dumb, dumb woman. You cannot do that. You cannot say, hey, send this money, and then you'll get a call from the murderer. You can't do that.
We're all done selecting these winners. We'll be disconnecting from the live, and then we'll be reaching out to those winners individually so that we can make sure that you know how Wade's going to get in contact with you, okay? So we're going to start first for those who donated $10 to $50.
Oh, she's got a little wheel. She's got a wheel.
And the winner is... Congratulations.
Dude, I'm sorry you guys can't see this at the moment, but this wheel for $10 to $50, there's probably 300 names on it. Okay? It's a big-ass wheel. It's a big-ass wheel. Okay? That's crazy. Shelly R., you should be ashamed.
To Shelly R., who's going to be our first winner of a phone call from Wade. Thank you so much again for your donation.
How would that call go? Just curious. Again, what did I say at the beginning of this? I hate phone calls. Like, unless I'm very comfortable with you, I hate phone calls. I could never imagine paying to have a call with someone I don't fucking know. Well, put aside that he's a double murderer, okay? Well, how is this call going to go? Bring, bring. Hello, like, hey. Oh my God, hi. I paid $50 for this. Like, what's up? Like, how's it gonna go? How uncomfortable? What are you gonna talk about? What, like, for real? Like, what are you gonna talk about?
So we're going to move to is going to be $51 to $100 donations.
Oh, God. There's only 200 names for this one.
Winner is... Congratulations to Kelly B. You're gonna
Another
be our
Kelly.
second winner. And our last but not least, for those who donate $100 to $200, let's see.
Only 123 names on this wheel, but let's go.
Who's going to win here? Last but not least, our last winner is... There we go, Jolyn M. So congratulations to our 3 winners. Again, Shelly R. We have Kelly B. and Jolyn M. We truly appreciate everybody's donations, and we're going to continue to do these raffles every single time that we're doing a live. So please continue to donate, support his cause. And before we go here, I'm going to pull up the Fundraising account so you know for sure again, which one is the true account that you can donate to support. All right.
Sorry. Kelly B, please come forward. Kelly B, not here. All right, it goes to me. Goes to me. I get that call. That's probably how quickly she did it.
Guys, and again, here is his Fundly account under Save Wade Stephen Wilson. This is his only account. This is going to be the best way that you can support Wade at this time.
Tiny ears.
Donate so that we can afford some new lawyers for him so that he can get the proper legal representation to tell his story and be able to prove his innocence. Again, everyone, before you disconnect, we want to truly thank you for taking your time here today to listen to Wade's story.
Right.
I'm happy we were able to finally share it. And we can't wait to be able to give you some more information. So stay tuned to his official social media accounts. Under TikTok and Instagram, it's going to be Wade Stephen Wilson Official. And on Facebook, Kristen. It's under Wade Stephen Wilson. So please stay tuned. We have a lot of great stuff that we're going to be posting this week to continue. And then as well, we're going to be posting from today's live too. So you guys will have it, okay? Again, we're super appreciative, and we're going to talk to you soon. Wade loves you. Team Wade loves you. And thanks again for all of your support, guys. We'll talk again. So, to get started.
All right. So I'll stop that one there. Could you imagine, where have you seen this anywhere else? I know, like in Idaho, we're getting a crazy amount, like with Pro Burgers, you know, they're called Pro Brian Co Burgers, which, okay, I guess if you believe, you know, like he's not the guy, that makes sense. But like, where have you seen for a double murderer, someone spinning a wheel? Like, please tell me if you've seen this. They are spinning a fucking wheel for thousands of dollars worth of donations for people just to get a call. Nobody was doing this with John Wayne Gacy. Hey, you know, like, send $100. John Wayne Gacy might give you a call. You want to share his last dinner with KFC? You pick up your family-size bucket, extra crispy, and you can sit and be the last call he has while he's sentenced to death. Like, what the fuck is happening here? What is happening? This isn't normal. This isn't normal. But what's crazy to me is all of the women who are like, me, like they, like, what's happening? It's that wheel. Yo, there were so many names on that first wheel. Like, if you saw how many, because there's only like Roy G. Biv of colors, okay? Every color probably was on there 50 times. You don't see that with other killers. It's a Wade thing. Get away from that nose, Wade. Oh God, he's always moving. I do too, KV. I do too, and I think that they eventually will. I think they eventually will. But I don't even trust them to get it right. What is going on back there? What is going on back there? Hold on. Thank you, Peyton, for 3 months. Hey, chat. Hi. But we gotta take a little bit of a look. What kind of decorative is that? You got 1, 2. What is that? That's a mighty big chin if it's a chin strap. I'm not sure. That's for his hernia. Okay. Type hernia in the chat if you have to not be a Patreon member, like a paying Patreon member already, or if you haven't been gifted a Patreon membership already, you could type hernia in the chat. Oh my God. I think we're going to go on tomorrow night for Patreon. And then Natasha and Harlot, you guys could choose 2 people. I think we're doing the emails tomorrow and Idaho Wednesday. I'll let you know though. Well, when I schedule it. You'll know when I schedule it, I guess. What's Boo FOS? I did Tisha last night. I'm trying to look at that phone wrapped. Oh my God. I'm so sorry. Hold on. I'm so sorry. You guys were hidden. I will jump back up. Hold on. Because I was totally scrolling. We've been doing a variety, switching it up. I like doing the rotation of everything. But look how wrapped up that phone is. Ain't nobody wants that phone after. No, like you could pick one, Natasha, and Harley could pick one. Yes, I did. I saw the JFK thing too. I just don't expect much. Samantha. You were there last night, weren't you, Harley? Oh, I know, FOS. I know. Life has been life, and I've been very, very busy trying to do my best. It's just around, just that time when life's, Ew. Look how tiny his ears are. His ears are so tiny. Yeah, see, Carter, it's going to be redacted heavily. I was thinking, Callie, that's so funny that you said that, because I was thinking, oh my God, I should put it on that gift. But no, because the only way that would work on a night like this is because it's a members only. So not everyone is able to opt in, right? Because if you're not a member, you can't type it in the chat. But on a normal night, there's so many like people who opt in. It would take forever. Or else I would do it and spin that wheel. Oh my God. Wait. Yeah, little Shrek ears. That's exactly what it's like. Did you guys see that there's a... Oh my God. Sorry. Did you guys see that they're coming out with another Freaky Friday with Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis? That's cute, though, Samantha, for you, not for him. What is he smiling at? Hi, Chloe Jade. You go watch the preview, Secret Forest Creature. Oh, sorry. That was dramatic. Season 6? Season 5 or season 6? Either way, Black Mirror, middle of April. Go watch. If you are obsessed with Black Mirror like I am, we have a new season dropping. I even see USS McAllister like somewhat in it. I don't know if they're doing like a spin-off episode. I don't know. But I am so beyond excited. So go watch the trailer for anybody who's interested. And yeah. Okay, Lisa. Lisa, you just sent me an email? Wait, what are these letters? Hold on. Oh. So we have more letters. Okay, hold on. Welcome, Penelope. Thank you so much for becoming a member. Congratulations. Name changed. Name changed. 412 is the first recipient. Writing that down. Congrats on your Patreon gift. And then let me know if I missed Harlots for some reason. Or she may not have chosen yet. Hi, Crime All the Time. Hi, Mr. Shine. Okay. We have these other letters I was sent. So let me pull these up for us. From Wade. I don't know who these are to. Give me a second. Okay. Oh my gosh, Lisa. All right. So I'll show you guys these letters. They're Wade letters. A Reddit post on YouTube Sheets, I think, is at least where one of them sent it to me from. All right. Okay. I don't know who got these letters, though. So I can't give you context, which I don't like not to give you guys context, but I don't know. I don't know who is the recipient of these letters. But it says, and I have not read them. So the first one says, the correct order is 3. Okay. This one says, and it's transcribed on the bottom. I was made to sit down on a steel bench. 2 lieutenants, I will not state their names here, within, stood with me and over me. There was other lieutenants, a sergeant, an officer that had escorted me from cell to here. However, these 2 lieutenants told them to leave. This is what happened next. The lieutenant, he obviously was in charge between the 2, stood above me. He commanded me to not effing look at him and to stare down. This is when the second lieutenant, he was 3 or 4 feet away from me, walked towards me. Congratulations, Secret Forest creature. Sorry, I'm just marking it down. So congratulations, name changed for 12 and Secret Forest creature for the memberships. Oh, okay, pick another. Secret Forest already has one. Okay. It says, this is when the second lieutenant, he was 3 or 4 feet away from me, walked towards me with one hand. He put it behind my head, then took his other hand and slapped me directly across my face. It was so hard of a slap, I saw stars. Next, the lieutenant in charge said to me, you aren't effing shit here. And you and your slicked back hair at trial, none of that is you anymore. He then reached his hand to the inside of the jacket that he was wearing and pulled out a box cutter blade. He pushed the blade out. He grabbed me by my face, then took the blade and put it inside of my mouth. Sorry. This is sounding a lot like the fucking Dark Knight Joker scene. Does it not? Go figure. He grabbed me by the face, then took the blade and put it inside my mouth to the crease of my corner lip. He said to me, I will effing slit and cut every effing tattoo off your face and kill you. Then bring you back to life and kill you again. Dude, this is literally what the Joker says. You want to know how I got... Jesus, are you kidding me? Sorry. That is literally... Don't insult Heath. Don't insult Heath. Do you not remember all the different ways throughout the Dark Knight? Heath explains how he got those beautiful stars, so he's always smiling. This. You want to be the Joker so bad, Wade. And what else peeks out to me already? Bring you back to life and kill you again. Guess what? We heard in the sex calls Wade fantasizing about this. This is what he would do to his victims. Not just Christine and Diane, previous victims. That, Nancy, that would get all Liam with us, right? So you are literally incorporating not only a Hollywood movie of the Joker, things you would do to your victims. Choke them within an inch of their life and bring them back and do it again. And then Vivian even fantasized about it with you. And you said, do you know how painful that is? So there's 4 letters. That's the first one. Okay. Oh, no, that wasn't the first one, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay. So I don't want to elaborate and greet great detail within and now inside of this letter, but I do want you to at least follow for you to know more of what is really happening to me in here and how vital and how important it is for you to have our lawyers take immediate action. And I do want some fucking crummy ass, half-ass effort phone call from any of our lawyers. Hell no. I expect a fucking in-person visit from them with me at prison. In November, sometime, the white supremacist Unforgiven, that is a hit, kill on sight on my life. They made financial payment towards a black inmate. That is a worker who serves the food trays, etc. It was in the month of November. I recall getting my dinner food tray from this particular black inmate, and as I went to take a spoonful of food to put into my mouth, as soon as I tasted it, I could definitely notice something was not right. From my past knowledge and experience with drugs, I was able to recognize that funny taste in my food to be that of street fentanyl. But it was too late. I had already swallowed the bite of food. Here's the original letter so you could see it, okay? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the order. So he says, I did not eat more. It was only moments past by that I felt the fentanyl start in my system. I got so faint. I began to feel dizzy and disoriented and thought that I would possibly be overdosing. And so therefore I contacted an officer, stated that I was requesting medical attention. Rather, I was denied help and instead was made victim by not just the officer, but to a supervising lieutenant that arrived on scene. The end result of my attempt to receive medical attention was that I was issued a disciplinary report per the lieutenant himself. I absolutely do believe that I was going to die. From the overdose symptoms I knew and felt to be experiencing, I think, luckily, I managed to somehow take care enough of myself to get through it. But I did have to make a concoction of shampoo mixed with water, consumed it like a shot of alcohol, to then provoke myself to vomit violently and in repeat in the hopes of some get the fentanyl from out of my body. In December, I believe it was on the 10th, I was removed from out of my cell at around perhaps 9 p.m. I was walked down to the housing unit wing hallway. There is a camera on the wing. Then out of the wing and into the area that does not have any camera. I was made to sit. That's where it goes. Okay. So I was made to sit on a steel bench. 2 lieutenants, I will not state their names here, stood with and over me. There was other lieutenants, a sergeant, an officer that had escorted me from the cell to here. However, these 2 lieutenants told them to leave. This is what happened next. The lieutenant, he obviously was in charge between the 2, stood above me. He commanded me, don't look at me, and to look down. This is when the second lieutenant, he was 3 or 4 feet away from me, walked towards me with one hand, and he put it behind my head, then took his other hand and slapped me directly across my face. It was so hard of a slap I saw stars. Next, the lieutenant in charge said to me, you aren't effing shit here, and you and your slicked back hair at trial, none of that is you anymore. He then reached his hand to the inside of the jacket that he was wearing and pulled out a box cutter blade. He then pushed the blade out, grabbed me by my face, then took the blade and put it inside of my mouth to the crease of my corner lip. He said to me, I will effing slit and cut every effing tattoo off your face and kill you. then bring you back to life and kill you again. He had that box cutter blade so tightly pressed inside the mouth, inside against the crease of my lip, that I felt sure it was about to cut into my face. A small bead of blood from my lip crease happened and it leaked into my mouth. These 2 lieutenants told me that if I said anything, or if I told anyone, that they would kill me the next time. I was then put on property restriction for the following 3 days. They took everything. I had no bed, no blankets. I was naked, but for a pair of boxers. All of my property gone. My cell entirely bare. I had to try to sleep on the freezing hard steel bunk. It was so cold, reaching the low 50s in temperature. Some nights to the 3 days, I was like this. Yo. Thank you, Kimberly. You should do audiobooks. Thank you. That's very appreciated. Thank you. So, yeah. I don't know who this was written to because I had just popped up in my email. Okay. Thank you, Miss Smoking Bread. Thank you. That this is literally the scene. I swear, at one point when he said that he reached into the jacket, I thought he was going to pull out a pencil and slam his head through it. Like, it is so taken from the Joker, like the Dark Knight, down to he does pull into that long trench coat. Okay. You want to know how I got these scars? You know, like even down to the lip crease. Right. You are so unoriginal, Wade. But what is the problem is that you have a restriction. You don't get your tablet. You don't get your toys. And so what do? You come out and create this fucking story. Conveniently, you know where the camera's on. Conveniently, you know exactly where the cameras are and where they're not. When you don't ever leave your effing cell, right? And they even got down to your slick back hair. You think they give a shit what your hair looked like at trial? Oh, it's amazing. It's amazing. But it's like the killing and bringing him back. We've heard him say that. So it's disturbing. Wow. And the shampoo. Hi, Nanya. And the shampoo. I'm sorry. Did we pick another Patreon? Because I might have missed it while I was doing that dramatic reading. Okay, here we are. Justice Little Boots, congratulations. Congratulations. Let me write you down. Okay, Justice Little Boots. He luckily, listen, let me tell you something about fentanyl. Okay? That's because they're Wade wives. Snitches get stitches, only to have them cut off on dead row. Well, you know, dead row. Wade, let me tell you something about fentanyl. You don't even have to ingest it. You don't even have to ingest it. Have you not seen the videos of officers even handling it and overdosing? So Wade, you know, familiar with the taste of drugs, he took a bite and he knew, oh, this is not peanut butter and jelly. This is fentanyl and jam. I can taste it. I can taste it on my tongue. What am I going to do? I can't stick my nasty credit card finger down my throat. I only stick it in my eye, my nose, my ear, my butthole, but not my throat. I can't force myself to throw up. What should I do? What should I do? Let me take this VO5, mix it with a little bit of water. Thank God you're not overdosing yet, right? Let me mix this. Let me take a shot, right? Like we're back in the 2000s doing the cha-cha slide, back with shots, and luckily force myself to projectile vomit the said fentanyl that I happen to know what it was merely from the taste of it mixed with my food. And luckily, I was an inch of my life. Luckily, it worked. It worked. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. I don't know about that. I saw because one keeps coming up on my timeline, Harlot, and it's like the body cam footage, and it's actually really scary because his body folds back with all of his gear on, you know. His body folds back into such an unnatural position, and he turns white but purple, if that makes sense. And he goes from being completely fine to like, it's crazy. Okay, C. Carta. Dear Lord, man. But okay, here, I want to show this before we finish. I love it. It's been so long. I'm so sorry, Chloe Jade. Yeah, that's terrifying. Thank goodness, Tivi. We got Wade and Ari. We got a Wari. It's been a long time. Look at that finger. And we got Tisha, Poops and Scoops, Kelly with a lie, Bonnie, Jesse. Oh, we got little Vivian. Oh, we got a chicken. Oh, Andrea up there. Look at them. Fabulous. I love it. He's trying his hardest to get he knows Fafo isn't messing around. Yes, that's trash. It's Fafo Feo. And so he's desperately trying to make sure he gets transferred. And this is the only way he knows how. And he's going to try to say, oh, everything was taken from him, not legitimately, but from X, Y, and Z. And so just an update. Okay, here it is. Just an update for Jess's family member. She said that they think he may have hopped on a train because they lost his scent around the train track. So I just wanted to show again, this is Jordan Yust, missing from Alotha, Kansas, since March 3rd, 2025. He is 37, 5'7", 175 pounds, bald with brown hair. He is endangered due to statements of self-harm. He was last seen wearing a green Columbia coat and blue jeans. So if you have any information on his whereabouts, please contact the Olathe, Kansas Police Department at 913-971-6363 or TIPS hotline at 816-474-8477 or the Kansas Bureau of Investigation at 785-296-4017. And here he is. But, all right, guys, if you are one of our winners, please reach out to me, send me an email, and I will send you the gift link. I will see you guys all tomorrow. So thank you all for hanging out. I appreciate all of you guys who are members. Your support means so much to me. And if you're just watching from the outside, thank you so much. Your support means so much. And I will see you guys all tomorrow.